Well, if there's a statewide exploration that's especially appealing to a lot of us, it's exploring the food legends and icons of the Palmetto State. We've got Chuck D'Imperio here, a travel writer, broadcaster, tour guide, and lover of foods who's created this map. Welcome, good to see you.
Thank you so much. The poster has been really nice. There's 25 different icons on the poster signifying the great food icons of South Carolina. We're trying to bring a bunch of them to you.
Yeah, so many stories that you can tell.
I know, each one of them has a great story. They all have a great story. We'll touch base with a lot of them. And you can get the poster if you just go to the Facebook page, A Taste of South Carolina.
So first item we want to cover today on the map is Bobby's Barbecue in Fountain Inn. What makes Bobby's Barbecue so iconic? You've got a gorgeous plate of it
Well,
right there.
here's the deal. I had to put barbecue on the map. There's 1,000 barbecue places. They're all fantastic, so I didn't want to hurt anybody's feeling, but I had to pick one. Bobby's Barbecue in Fountain Inn. That is just an awesome place. I know a lot of people have probably been down there. It's Tay and Sarah Nelson, and they do it all down there. They have these 1,000-pound smokers that go all day. They named the smokers Hope, Faith, Charity. I mean, this guy has it all. His barbecue is great. We have pulled pork here. We have fantastic sausage. We have the beef ribs. And this man knows how to do a side, I'll tell you. So we have mac and cheese, collard greens, and also they do a corn pudding. It didn't make it here. I ate it on the way over.
Well, you know, you're just as passionate about the food.
It's
beautiful
fantastic.
display
Yeah,
there.
Bobby's is a great spot. Main Street, Fountain Inn.
All right, got to pick one. And then next is the Blenheim Ginger Ale. It is made now at south of the border.
What's
the name of that town? Hamer.
Hamer. And Blenheim Ginger Ale has been around for over 125 years. They found a mineral spring out in the PD region in northeast South Carolina, and they wanted people to have the mineral water for their health reasons, but it tasted terrible. So they put Jamaican ginger in it, and that is how this all got started. It's a niche ginger ale. It is not your basic ginger ale. Margaret, you'll need to sit down when you try this, all right? Because it's got a mighty kick to it. But people love it. And it is the oldest continuously operating independent bottler of soda in the world. And south of the border bought them.
That is incredible. And what did south of the border connect with them?
Well, it was in that region. It was right there anyway, so they bought it, and it's made, if you go to south of the border, where everybody knows where that is, if you go there, right behind the south of the border motel is the Blenheim bottling factory. And up until COVID, they used to give bottling tours. Now, they may resume it, I don't know, but you could actually go in and watch it. It's very small, 20, 30, 40, 50 cases a week, but there are people who hunt this down and absolutely love it.
Which makes it iconic. And people can tell by the way you're talking. You love to give the tours. You love to introduce the people to the food. And it's something people love to learn about, too. It's part of our culture.
It's not about the ginger ale. It's about the story.
Yep. Plenty of stories to be told. And then in a Charleston favorite that you said has got to be on the map. 150 years is on this table right here. We've got Lady Baltimore cake.
Lady Baltimore cake is one of a kind. And it started in 1906 when a famous author named Owen Wister was delivered a piece of cake by a socialite in Charleston. And he said, "What is that?" She didn't know. She said, "It's the Lady Baltimore cake." He wrote a book called Lady Baltimore. He put the cake in it. There was no recipe. They came up with a recipe, and this has been called the Queen of Cakes. It's 4 layers. It's got cherries. It's got pecans. It's got a buttercream topping, icing all over it. And Martha Stewart, of all people, has this every year on her birthday.
I should hand you that plate too, because this is something, you know, such a tradition in a lot of households too.
And the mixture of the cherries and the pecans are wonderful. Once Martha Stewart let it be known that this was her favorite cake, stand back.
What makes it so special and stand the test of time?
Well, first of all, it's delicious.
That's the part I got.
Second of all, it's beautiful. Can you imagine that in the middle of your table?
I'm imagining it now.
Yeah, and like I said, food critics around the world, around the country, have called this the Queen of Cakes. Very difficult to find up here. It's big and it's on menus in Charleston. But I gotta tell you, Gina, who is the bakery manager at the Ingalls in Malden, give her 24 hours notice and she will get you this masterpiece right here.
That is a hot tip if I've ever heard one. So I just love, you know, you can tell stories about all the places on this iconic map, but it just spreads a lot of joy for people to understand where the food heritage comes from, and it makes the travel and the eating so much more interesting.
Well, I've had a lot of feedback, no pun intended,
No.
from this poster, and people said, I have no idea. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. And they get out on a road trip and they go and seek these places out.
Yeah, well, there's so many different types of history people want to know about, but I think food history is something that we can all agree upon.
Yeah. Do you mind if I still eat?
Please.
Oh, okay.
It would be silly to stop at this point. You brought us such a wonderful feast. Taught us a little bit about the state as we go. So education,
Well,
culinary, it's all here.
the thing about it is there's so many different foods in this. I mean, this is an incredible state, whether it's the low country, the Gulachichis people, the Charleston area, of course, tremendous. But once you get up into the back country, upstate,
Okay.
out in the PD region, you go into a town you've never heard of before and just say, what do people eat here? You got a special
that
thing?
out.
You are going to go home with a car full.
Okay.
And I have.
Let's do this again because you have to take us further along on your tour. There's so many places
I would
to
be
hit.
more than happy to do it. Yeah.
Chuck D'Imperio, thank you so much. We appreciate
Cheers,
it.
everybody.
The creator of the food legends and icons of the Palmetto State. People can learn more on your Facebook page. That is A Taste of South Carolina.